What's going on? What's going on, guys? This is Crypto Batman. Crypto Batman coming to you live. Great to see you guys. Great to see each and every one of you. Got a good turnout tonight, and we expect many more to trickle in as the show proceeds. We've got an awesome show lined up for you tonight. Going up on a Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. There's another day that will go down in the books. Who do we got in the chat tonight? We've got Mama Crypto. We've got NetPro Family Value. That is Donna Tabuki coming in, starting things off out of sight with a $20 super chat. Really appreciate that, Donna. Thank you. There we are. Yeah, my computer just randomly shut down. Well, not randomly. My charger wasn't charged or wasn't plugged in. I didn't realize it. I think we're back. Are we back?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so sorry about that, folks. I think we're good to go. 7-1, we got Ren, Low Roller Scratcher, Crypto Tank Girl, Hector the Dude, Me You, Robbie Gilchrist, the Dogecoin Dolphin. Good to see you. Control Group, Me and You, Zombie Doge Army, Hunter Wayne, Giannis P, Zombie Doge Army, of course, and the list goes on, Alvin is in the house, Brad Hissung, Swift Pilot, and on and on and on. Great to see you guys. As I stated previously, I am Crypto Batman, and my co-host for this evening is none other than, and we are just so pleased to have this guy. He got a jail release pass just for a couple hours to join us tonight. It is none other than the one and only Joe Exotic Tiger King. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Steven, how you doing?
We're doing pretty good, man. Sheesh. You know, we're just having a good time, and how you feeling in light of everything going on your end?
You know, we're doing all right up here.
Yeah. I know you've obviously been through a lot over the last couple of years. At the same time, there's silver linings to everything. The whole planet pretty much knows who the Tiger King is now. Did you ever expect this level of fame to bestow upon your future?
No, Steven, from a young age, I always knew that I was going to be famous. I always knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And I did financially recover from this.
Yeah. In no small part to your own coin. The Tiger King coin is actually doing pretty well these days, I see. Are you excited about that?
Is it? I have no idea.
You have no idea? Okay, so yeah.
They don't have the interwebs in prisons.
Are you aware that a coin was created named after you?
I heard something about it, but I thought you use it at Chuck E. Cheese. I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was electronic money.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's electronic money. It's electric money, and your own brand of electric money is doing quite well, Joe.
Well, that's fabulous.
Yeah. So, what is one thing that you may actually like about being in prison?
The hairdressers are phenomenal.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, you've just got a luxurious mane going on today. Really, the dynamic between your mane and your blue sequence it's really popping. It's really popping like in a...
I don't get to wear this every day. This is, this is a special occasion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a treat. That's amazing. Sliding Edge, $2 super chat. Thank you for that. New crypto, Steele Batman Tiger Balls token. Yeah, that's a little wordy, but in light of all the other tokens that are coming out, it's really not that much of a shocking name, quite frankly. By the way, Donna asked in her super chat earlier, where do I find the new coins coming out? Is there a website? I'm ready to throw down. Not quite sure what that means, but I don't know. I'm not sure if you're in jest or if that's serious questions. If those are serious questions, Donna, please specify. I'll be happy to point you in the right direction if I can. So, Joe, I am really just hypnotized by both your the different colors between your mustache and your hair. What's going on there? Is that just some kind of tiger magic?
I was born this way, and I came out, just white as a ghost on top, and dark as the Dickens underneath. I don't know.
Dark as the Dickens. That's quite the figure.
The carpet doesn't match the drapes. Steven.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, did you come out with a mustache out of the womb?
Oh.
What?
Day one.
Yeah. Okay.
I was born this way, like Lady Gaga said.
Yes, born this way. Of course. Guys, if you haven't already smashed that like button, if you could just take a moment to do that, it really helps out the stream. So just take a split second to do that and smash that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. If you're new here, you're watching Steve Steele Live. I am the guest host for the night, Crypto Batman, and that's the guest co-host for the night, the Tiger King, and we're happy to have you. So just feel free to subscribe and hit all on that notification bell and stick around. Jason Huffman coming in with a $3 super sticker of a lemon head, given the Z formation snap. Thank you, Jason Huffman. Really appreciate it. So, you got season 2 of Tiger King coming out pretty soon. I know that's drumming up a lot of excitement for a lot of people because the first season was just so exceptional. People had never seen that kind of programming before. It just really drew people in ways that we've never seen previously on any sort of television series, frankly. So now that season 2 is coming out, are you able to give us any sort of inclination or hints of information about your possible release from prison there?
I hope that Trump could get it done for me, but he didn't. It didn't come through. That's okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to laugh here because my mustache glue is barely holding on.
Yep. Trying not to make you laugh, sir.
Really trying not to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, season 2 is going to be great, Steven.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear. I know each and every one of us are so excited about Tiger King 2 coming out on Netflix. I mean, I don't even like Netflix, but I know I'm going to have to resubscribe at least for a month just for that occasion. And I'm sure I'm not alone there. Are your sequence...
I steal mine from a guy named Bubba.
You still what?
I steal my Netflix from a gentleman named Bubba. He's a top bunk.
Oh, I bet he is. So is that kind of a deal that you worked out in prison there?
Yeah. I dye his hair and he gives me the Netflix password.
Now, are you a smoker? Are you able to get your hands on any loosies while you're behind bars there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got the e-cigarettes now in jail. They upgraded us.
Yeah. That's just incredible. I'm looking at your luxurious mane there, and I wonder if I might be able to benefit from your
We might
your
be
skills.
related.
I know, and so I'm kind of looking on the screen here. We've got very similar profiles going on right now. Yours is a bit more of a cleaner one. Jason,
You don't own any felines, do you?
no, I don't own any felines, but yeah,
Never a bad time to start.
I suppose, Tiger King. So Tiger King, you're not able to give us too much information around the legal status of your case, which is fine. You seem to be a man of very esteemed, specific high taste in class. So how are you navigating in prison there with those prison meals?
It's not what I'm used to. I'm used to Walmart truck food.
Yeah,
and,
right.
It's just not the same.
Right.
I'll tell you that bologna sandwiches aren't that great, but I've gotten used to them.
Yes. Slide Nudge coming in with the $2 super chat. Can't troll Crypto Batman. He's the OG troll. I know this. I said this on my 60-second Crypto Batman short. If you haven't watched that on my channel right now. But thank you, Sliding Edge. Thank you for setting the record straight. That's a good Crypto Batman. Can you do the crab dance? I will be doing a crab dance in a little bit, guys. In a little bit. But just hang in there. We will certainly get to the crab dance. One of my final questions before we proceed with the show, Joe Exotic, are your sequence shirts are just marvelous.
Amazing,
Yeah,
right?
They're just marvelous. They're just breathtaking. Are these? Do you have a custom designer for those?
His name is Jeffrey Bezos.
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
He designs other penis-shaped things too.
Yeah, I've noticed that. In
I'm
fact,
a big fan of his collection.
I'm sure you are. He really put the whole world on notice when he just sent that giant dong into outer space, and also that rocket that went along with it. That was just really quite a sight to behold. Did you get a chance to see any of that footage, Mr. Tiger King?
I was watching from outside my jail cell, and I could see a massive object
Yes.
flying through the sky, and I
Yes.
thought, oh my God, is that my boyfriend? And it
Yes.
wasn't. It actually wasn't. It was Jeff Bezos in a rocket, I've been told.
Yeah.
But we can see very little from prison.
Yeah. That's amazing. So were you excited? Were you tittillated by that the sight of that rocket?
Oh, extremely excited.
Yes.
That's a word. That's a word for it.
Yeah. Just that's what I thought. Well, guys, we're gonna actually try to get through some news stories and commentary, and any super chats are appreciated for all the work that goes into this stuff. So both the Tiger King and myself, Crypto Batman, will field those questions and comments to the best of our ability. So without any further ado, we'll just get down to one of the first stories of the cycle here. Mr. Tiger King, I'm sure you heard about Elon Musk being decreed as the unofficial CEO now of Dogecoin. That was confirmed and transpired today on Twitter between Billy Marcus and Elon Musk. Did you see that from prison?
We don't have the tweets in jail, Stephen, but I heard from a guard that this was transpiring. I thought it was a great idea. I love Elon Musk's.
Elon Musk's, yes. He's pretty great, and that was pretty fun and exciting news for the Dogecoin community. Donna Tabuki coming in with a $10 super chat. Say hello to my kids, Antoinette and Steve. They're new here. Hello, Antoinette, and what both lovely names, right? Antoinette and Steve. I particularly like the name Steve. I'm a bit biased, a bit partial to that, but Beautiful names and beautiful kids, I am sure. Donna. So hello to Antoinette and Steve. Welcome to the show, and we are so excited to have you here tonight. Jason Huffman coming in with a $1.50 super sticker. Welcome indeed. Now, where was I? So here we are, you guys. Dogecoin is looking into a near-term trajectory before another spike. The way, if Tiger King, if you could kind of put on your alter ego cap right now and pretend that you know a lot about cryptocurrency for a bit, that would be awesome. From all the charting, it's looking at both, from what I'm seeing, both SHIB and Dogecoin are shaping up for another pretty substantial run. Have you looked into any of this, sir?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah,
looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. The ABM Crypto is saying Dogecoin was cooling off 2.5-month high, following a 24% surge observed over last week. With the RSI trading above the bottom trend line, Doge's long-term outlook was still favorable. However, its near-term trajectory was questionable after the price threatened close below 20 SMA red. But Doge will likely visit its 200 SMA green before commencing on the next upcycle. At the time of writing, Doge traded at 27 cents, up by 2% over the last 24 hours. Doge was expected to tag its 200 SMA green following the signs of a near-term weakness. However, very strong support line around 24.5, consisting of this long-term moving average line, could very likely allow bulls to provide a swift counterattack. Focus should then move on to immediate targets present at 32 to 35 cents in the near future. Your thoughts, sir?
I'd agree.
Yeah. A little bit of a delay from what we were looking at previously with all of this. Now we were kind of expecting this 32 to 35 cent prediction for Dogecoin over last weekend. That didn't quite transpire for a number of kind of curveball reasons. What do you say the probability of reaching 32 to 33 cent, or anywhere between 32 and 35 cents for the DOGE within the next 7 days is?
My breakout target's the 4th or 5th.
Okay. The 4th or 5th. Okay. That's what I'm seeing too, given all the new data that has transpired over the last particularly day and a half of charting and analysis going on here. Now, a lot of people are saying that Bitcoin is going to really start ripping again pretty soon here, along with Ethereum, which Ethereum is just reaching all-time highs right now, and we'll get to Ethereum momentarily. But a lot of the top analysts right now are saying that Bitcoin is certainly destined for 100K by end of year now. Not a lot of time, so they're talking Bitcoin to reach 100K within the next 2 months. What do you think the probability of that scenario is?
Pretty dang high.
Yeah. Also, another thing too, Ethereum is, like I said, been reaching all-time highs. It's just been ripping and roaring here. Oh, here it is. This comes courtesy of the Cointelegraph, you guys. Analysts say impulse move could easily send Ethereum price into 6K to 14K range. That's quite a wide range there. Analysts say Ethereum's breakout to a new all-time high is just the beginning, and one 2017 era fractal pattern targets a 14,000 Ethereum price in the near future. Crypto markets have hit the ground running right from the start of November, and as of November 1st, a near uncountable number of tokens have rallied to swing highs as Ethereum broke above 4,500 level and Bitcoin recaptured the 64,000 level. Polkadot also hit another all-time high as investors accumulated tokens, leading into upcoming parachain auctions. The climbing price of Ethereum comes following a recent Altair update to the Ethereum beacon chain as part of the protocol's transition to ETH 2.0. And the proof-of-stake mechanism, which has also seen more than 8 million Ethereum removed from circulation and staked on the Ethereum 2 contract. Analysts are expecting another huge breakout soon. A word of warning for profit takers was provided by options trader, Twitter user John Wick, quote unquote, who suggested that another breakout of Ethereum was an imminent possibility as Ethereum continues to make all-time highs. Those have been waiting for months with us absolutely deserve this. Technically, we have another squeeze shading. Watch out, another breakout soon. Another perspective offered by on-chain analyst Matthew Hyland captures Ethereum's price auction at 2017. With the current market structure of ETH, Ethereum is just getting started. The extreme move is coming. We are talking 14,000 plus in the near future. Wow, super bullish predictions there for Ethereum. I think this is, personally, I think this is a pretty fair probability. $14,000 per coin in the near future for Ethereum doesn't sound improbable to me by any stretch of imagination, given what we're looking at and given the wild popularity and use of Ethereum. This wouldn't surprise me at all. Now, by end of year 14K on Ethereum, I'm not so sure about that. But within the first quarter of 2022, I'd say that's pretty fairly likely. Do you have anything to add on that one?
Yeah, I think that's when alt season will come.
Yeah. I think.
What are you doing, step bro?
Yeah. So as you're saying there, I think
this mustache is not going to last very long.
It's okay if you laugh your mustache off, sir. That's okay. We'll just
try my damnedest right
we'll roll
now.
that. I mean, the mullet's not going anywhere, and that's the mullet and the sequin shirt aren't going anywhere. So
I'm keeping this thing, man.
That's good enough. That is a luxurious mane, man. That Joe Exotic hair, it really exceeded my expectations. I have to tell you.
I love it.
Yeah. So one thing that I've been talking about, that I've been observing, I don't think it's been being talked about enough, is the effect that the bullishness of Ethereum is having on the NFT market. The NFT market's getting really hammered right now. And it's getting really hammered because of Ethereum's ascension. It's really ironic that the primary currency used in the NFT market, the better that it does, that the worse the NFT market does, due to just overwhelming, and not only the NFT market, but any ERC20 tokens as well are suffering greatly too. These gas fees are absolutely insane, not affordable, not feasible for the average person. Ethereum 2.0 is supposed to remedy this, in part anyway. The Doge Ethereum bridge is supposed to help remedy this. All I got to say is I hope that these things are rolling out soon, because like I said, the NFT market's just getting just hammered so hard, and I really don't see, without these advancements in Ethereum, each and every day that these crucial issues aren't handled, it's going to continuously give rise to Solana. It's going to continuously give rise to Avalanche. In fact, guys, I don't think Solana or Avalanche are going anywhere at this point. Even if they get those gas fees down, I think the market is just so big there, and the opportunities are just so big there, that I think all three of those are here to stay. But it is getting pretty frustrating. I mean, I wouldn't even recommend launching a new NFT line right now because of this. Do you have any thoughts on this?
You know, I said this from the very beginning. Like, I think our first few shows that I was on, I was talking about how Ethereum doing well will create NFTs that do poorly.
Yes.
And I think that's just that's just how it is.
Yes. Yeah.
But
it's
the
like,
fact is,
go ahead.
Ethereum wins either way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
Ethereum wins either way. Yeah, and certainly the Ethereum miners win either way. I mean, my goodness, I was actually looking into equipment today, what all my startup costs would be to be an Ethereum miner, because, I mean, getting into it at this point is probably too little too late with the emerging upgrades on the horizon. But man, just imagine the money that Ethereum miners have been making. And we've been seeing reports of this. We've been seeing reports of high school kids, even junior high kids becoming Ethereum miners through the help of their parents, and, you know, making, you know, at least a couple $100,000, $300,000, $400,000 a month being just solely an Ethereum miner out of their garages. And I'm like, wow, man, like,
yeah, because the block rewards are so random.
Right.
You can solo mine a block and get 100 Ethereum.
Right. Any other coin recommendations, Steven? Thank you. Yeah, I could give you a couple recommendations. I could give you a couple on the premise that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You got to do your own research, all that sort of stuff, okay?
Or you could join the members only stream.
That's true. You could join. Thank you for that, Tiger King. I give out that information in spades on my members only. And we actually, one of my top picks in my members only right now, let's just check on members. One of my top picks in the members only stream right now is up another 32% today. In fact, over the last 7 days, this coin has performed on an increased trajectory between 20 and 40% per day for the last 6 or 7 days. So those of you who took that advice know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just ripping, and I don't see it slowing down. Now I do see healthy retracements in it, which we want to see. It's not all parabolic, but it's retracing in really healthy patterns, and it's just doing fantastically. In fact, the last 3 coin recommendations in the members only, the last one I mentioned is the one that's been performing the strongest. Metabots, which was my very first one I recommended, is still holding pretty strong. Yeah, they're all performing well overall. I mean, a couple of them are in retracement for the day, but overall, the overall trajectory on all of them are performing very, very, very well. Let's see. I started mining Dogecoin a week ago, pretty easy. That's awesome. That's great. I wonder what the startup cost was for you. I can't imagine it'd be as much as mining. I don't think it's as much as mining Bitcoin or Ethereum.
It's very expensive.
No matter what, right?
Well, no. If you want to be like, you know, if you don't want to make any money, anybody could mine Dogecoin pretty cheaply. But if you're actually doing it to make money,
yeah,
it's extremely expensive. Extremely expensive.
Yeah, I think you're talking about between 25 and 35,000 startup costs.
Yeah.
Because I was looking into seriously becoming a miner myself on the scale of like real monthly income, and that was about the monthly startup cost. Now, I'm not
just ground level too.
Yeah, and that's just ground level. I'm just not in a position to be throwing out that kind of capital investment yet. When I am in a position to do so, I probably will be mining, but I'm certainly not there yet. I'm still kind of living the pleb life over here, guys. Yeah. But a lot has transpired on Twitter. A lot of back and forth with Elon and the Dogecoin community. A lot of back and forth between Elon and Billy Markus specifically over the last 2 days here. It shows that Elon is really, and Elon also recently officially followed Billy Markus as well. For those who don't know, Billy Markus is the original creator of Dogecoin. With this in mind, it's pretty interesting. Like Billy Markus tweeted this out just 4 hours ago. Billy Markus said, "Nomination for new fake chairman of the board is none other than Elon Musk. I believe he knows a little something about making money and leadership and memes. Elon's adorable wonderkind puppy Floki will be nominated fake president. Receive Doge mentorship alongside of Kabosu." And then Elon Musk just replied with a nice big smiley face. And then there's another pro Doge tweet about Kabosu, the original dog that the dog that the original Dogecoin mascot and tweet or meme was templated off of. And then Elon Musk responded with the clapping hands emoji. And he's just been kind of all over. He's been really super engaged with Billy. Billy tweeted this out earlier this about 7 or 8 hours ago today. And he says, I feel like you need a better fake title than fake CEO. Something like top innovator of technological services. Very smart, Billy. Very smart. And then Elon Musk responded with, how about my little Doge Floki? He would make a great CEO. His judgment is meh. So lots of back and forth here. Nick, I think that Elon Musk is setting the ground. I'm speculating here, but I think it's a reasonable speculation. Excuse me here while I just kind of want to Doc Brown this out a little bit more. But I think he is speculating. I think he's laying the. I'm speculating, but I think Elon Musk is laying the groundwork for the Dogecoin acceptance into Tesla. Do you think this is kind of these interactions are kind of bull signs of that?
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And especially now that we know there's almost a firm release date for Robinhood now, so we can kind of expect that to happen at the beginning of December. So I think things are shaping up pretty well. I
think so too. There's a lot of dynamics really starting to kind of circle the wagon now before really ramping up and bringing Dogecoin up into the market value that we think it's worth and where we want to see it, or at least certainly on the track to be that. Between Robinhood actually kind of becoming the dark horse good guy, kind of a dark horse hero, big proponent of Dogecoin in a number of ways right now, despite their murky history and some of their questionable business practices in the past. But we have just been seeing Robinhood really step up to the plate here, and then doing that co-sponsorship marketing deal with Burger King. Did you see that?
I did, yeah. Did you notice when it expires?
When?
It expires at the end of November, giving them like a good window to release wallets at the beginning of December.
I think that's a very astute observation. I know where you're going there, and I definitely think there's something to that. Jason Huffman coming in with a $5 super sticker hype of that hungry hippo. I love it. Thank you for that. I think you're really onto something there. And I think that we are getting ready to see a very exciting season mount here. I think we're getting ready to see, like I said, I am sticking to our previous observations and predictions of coming into a bull market to the likes of which we've never seen before. As we come into the end of this year, into the beginning of a new one. Not only that, I do think Robinhood wallets are imminent. I think Dogecoin Tesla acceptance is imminent. We got Ethereum 2.0. We've got the Ethereum Doge bridge, all imminent. All this stuff, I believe, is going to happen between now and through the first quarter of 2022. What do you say, Nick? Do you agree? And if so, what do you think this means for Dogecoin?
I think it's great. I think it's perfect timing, and I think that it could happen sooner. A general breakout could happen sooner, but like a huge, massive breakout could accumulate towards the beginning of next year, or the very tail end of the year, going into January with all of this kind of stacking up and culminating. Don't forget AMC at the end of the year too. Yeah. Oh, and also Dogecoin acceptance of AMC.
What are you doing, step bro?
So as I was saying, we're right now we are at about a 27-cent floor. I think we can pretty much safely conclude the new floor for Dogecoin is around 27 cents. It's so easy to forget, right? It's so easy for people to get discouraged and impatient, but it wasn't so long ago. It was just a week ago or so that Dogecoin was stuck right between 22 and 24 cents. Now we've made a 3 cent floor gain in about a week. That's pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, and I think it's the back and forth on market cap between Doge and Shiba is like a daily thing now. They switch back and forth all the time, so I think it's cool.
Yeah. I think this is kind of a sign of things to come, frankly. It's happened on a little bit more of a delay than we initially anticipated, but I still think that our predictions are going to be vindicated. Just it's taking a little bit longer than perhaps that we were speculating originally. But 27 cents is a really bullish sign and a great foundation upon which to relaunch again. Now, Nick, are you still bullish about your $1.80 prediction for Dogecoin over the next, 2 or 3 months?
Going in the end of year, going into next year.
Okay.
So December, January. Let me just double check. I think it's a little higher now.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I think it's like $1.80 or $1.91.
Wow.
I can't find it. Oh, rinse, repeat. Here we go. It is. He's got to smash it down.
All right.
Sorry, I'm looking for the fib level. $1.91, 191.14 to be precise.
$1.9114. Now, that's your prediction for Dogecoin by the end of the first quarter. Would you say 2022?
Yeah, possibly end of December, possibly beginning of January.
Yeah. Swift Pilot says Solana is coming up. I noticed that too. I was going to bring that up. I'm just going to take a look at what the Solana chart is doing. Solana chart is doing right now. Maybe if you could bring it up on your end too, Nick. And this is not surprising. We know exactly why this is happening. That's why I put a little bit more money into Solana, but I also put some investment into Avalanche as well. I think both of these currencies are capitalizing right now on the faltering performance of Ethereum due to its astronomical gas fees. And I think both of these currencies will continue to thrive even up into and well after Ethereum gets the gas fee situation under control. By that point, I think that both Avalanche and Solana will have their own respective percentage of the market cut out for them.
At all-time highs right now.
Yeah, so Solana's at all-time high right now. It's trading... I'm pulling up the chart on my end. Yeah, it is just ripping. It is up almost 12% for the day. Is that what you're looking at, Nick?
12% for the day, yeah.
Yeah, 12%.
About the same for the week.
Yeah, about 12% for the day. So today is the rip-roaring breakout day for Solana after kind of trading sideways for a bit there. I'm going to take a look and see how Avalanche is doing. I'm not sure if it's kicked in yet. I do anticipate Avalanche to start kicking in pretty significantly somewhere over the course of the next 6 to 8 weeks, I would say. 6 to 8 weeks. But so Avalanche is up. Yep. What did I tell you guys? I told you this. I told you this was coming. Avalanche up 8% for the day. Okay? 8% for the day. Very significant. Trading at a market cap of almost 28 billion at this point. I don't think this is going to stop. I don't see these bull runs stopping with either Avalanche or Solana while Ethereum continues to falter through its poor performance of not being able to offer consumers reasonable gas fees. This is And Nick, you called it some months back that this was going to significantly have a negative impact on the NFT market consequentially. As bullish as I am on Ethereum, and I still am, I still think that the success of Ethereum as a currency of itself is pretty much a foregone conclusion, unstoppable for long-term, great long-term investment. However, there's some incredible opportunities here for market competitors of Ethereum that are being modified and used in the NFT space, like AVAX and Solana, and to a certain degree, ADA. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, these are all what they entitle Ethereum killers, right? I mean,
Yeah.
these are the ones: ADA, Solana, Avalanche. All these cryptos are what labeled, Ethereum killers, and they very well could be. In the short term, I think in the long run, Ethereum will continue to outperform. But right now, it's stuck under its own weight. And although it is, Ethereum as a coin is at all-time highs, the people who are actually using it for its biggest use case, which is, the NFT space, they're getting killed right now. And there's NFT projects that are just collapsing left and right.
It's really sad to see. There's a lot of people that put in a lot of good work. I'm even looking at a few collections through friends of mine that are brand new upstarts at launched over the last just 2 weeks here that are just really floundering, and they don't deserve to be floundering. The artwork is great. It's got a strong team, and it's had strong execution under a normal under a reasonable gas fee market. I think these projects I'm thinking of would be absolutely blossoming right now. I think the projects that have a bigger advantage, Nick, are the ones that haven't launched within the last 3 weeks, honestly. The NFT projects that have launched in the last 3 weeks they're really struggling. They're going to continue to struggle greatly until things change significantly. The ones that got minted out or close to minted out before Ethereum went on this absolute ATA tear, I think they're going to be going through, a lot of them are going through a period of stagnation, but I think they have a much higher probability of succeeding once this situation gets under control. But guys, just be careful, be very careful about investing in any new NFT projects that have launched over the last 2 or 3 weeks here. You are playing an extremely high volatility game, and could very well be stuck holding a bag on that. That's
my prime reason why I never really got into NFTs. Because if I got into NFTs 2 years ago, it would be a different story.
Yeah.
But right now, you're playing a game. It's hard enough to time markets, right? Like the market of just a crypto. You're trying to time that market. Now you're trying to time a market of secondary asset related to that crypto.
Yeah.
And you're also, you're trying to also time the market of the gas fees. So you're trying to perfectly time 3 things. Unless you know exactly what you're doing, you're almost certainly guaranteed to lose. And just at the current moment. Not saying that, it's not going to be like that forever. Things are going to change. But right now, if you're trying to make money doing that, you're at a lose advantage, because it's almost next to impossible to be able to call 3 things at once.
Yeah, and just to be clear, guys, I don't think this is going to be like this forever. I think this is just a really rough patch for the NFT market through no fault of much of it's through no fault of the collection and the teams behind a lot of these NFT lines. It's just simply due to Ethereum. So Rodrigo, how are we doing with DogeX? DogeX is completely minted out, but it's kind of stalled out right now for the same reasons that I explained. I do think that the long-term trajectory for Dogecoin looks really strong with its metaverse and with its long-term plans, very strong long-term plans for a long-term community, which most NFT projects don't have to that capacity that Dogecoin does. So Dogecoin it started a little more than 2 months ago, so I think it has a strong benefit of everything happening before Ethereum went on this rip roar. So I think it's kind of a relief that it happened on the timeline that it did. Now, those of you holding Dogecoin, and not just Dogecoin, any other NFTs right now, you're going to have to exercise some patience, just like you exercise patience with some of your long-term investments in your crypto portfolios. You got to wait for this market to come around. You're going to have to wait for Ethereum 2.0. You're going to have to wait for the Doge Ethereum bridge. All this stuff to really get in motion, bring those Ethereum gas fees down to reasonable levels for most people before I think this NFT market really starts to thrive again and really starts to get legs. And at that point, I think we could see a tremendous bull run, however, for the NFT market of people just dying for action and waiting for action at that point, just ready to bust loose. Josh Randell disavows with a $20 super chat. Thank you for that, Josh. Appreciate you. Does Joe Exotic Balls? I like that. Joe Exotic Balls. Think Decentraland is a good position going forward. Joe?
Yes. Well, okay. Let me give you my actual opinion on Decentraland. The owner of my gym actually asked me about it today. With the metaverse coming out and everything.
Yeah.
I think that in the future, these gaming tokens are going to be absolutely huge.
Yes. I've been talking about this in my members only a lot. Go ahead.
I am not personally sold on the idea of the metaverse yet. I think that we're still very far away from whatever Mark Zuckerberg is trying to do. We're still very far away from that. Not to say that it won't be popular, it won't take off. I think it will. I'm just personally not sold on it because I've personally been involved in the back-end technology of VR, and I think we're still light years away from what they're trying to do. But that being said, I think that these gaming tokens, metaverse, stuff like that, these will be huge in like 5 to 10 years. They will be absolutely massive.
Yeah, I agree with that overall trajectory. This is something I've been talking quite a bit about in my members only stream. There's a lot of millionaires and billionaires, quite frankly, that are going to be made from the specific gaming DeFi market there over the coming years. Doge Extra coming in with a $20 make you holler. Thank you so much for the generous super chat. Doge Extra is coming. Okay, thank you for the announcement. Guys, again, those of you, I know there's Dogecoin holders in the room here. I think there's a great team over there, great development that's working really hard to give a good long-term trajectory plan for that community and for all the metaverse and infrastructure surrounding it. Jason Huffman coming in with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Jason Huffman. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being you. Thank you. Well, today I'm not me. That's the ironic thing. Today I'm somebody else. But thank you, Jason Huffman. Really appreciate that. Guys, if you're just tuning in, you're watching Steele Live. Tonight, I am Crypto Batman. And tonight, my co-host is none other than Joe Exotic, a.k.a. Tiger King. And we're bringing you the crypto news from where we see it and just kind of going over stories of the last 48 hours. Prowstep07 asks, where do you buy Avalanche? I know that you can buy it on Voyager, and I believe you can buy it on crypto.com, and I don't think it's on Coinbase yet, surprisingly. But I can't imagine it's not going to be. I've been predicting, guys, that I think Avalanche, we're going to see an avalanche. Right? We're going to see an avalanche of profits and margins. Everything that I've been looking at is showing that Avalanche is probably going to 3 to 5x over the course of the next 6 to 8 weeks here. Not financial advice. It's financial fried rice, folks. Financial fried rice. So take that for what you will. but that is just my opinion. That's just my perspective as I see it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So
What are you doing, step bro?
you know, as we go on forward here, we're on Tuesday night. We've got you know, 4 days to go until we hit the weekend here, Nick. When do you expect the next ascension here? Because here we have people talking about Bitcoin to 100,000 by the end of the year, Ethereum to 14K by the end of the year, or through the first quarter, by the end of the first quarter of the next year. Different analysts also respectively talking about parabolic level Dogecoin breakouts to the tune of 500 to 1100%. It's funny that different analysts are talking about what we consider the top three, respectively, in a lot of different kinds of reports and articles. Doesn't this all add up to what we've been talking about? Just a pretty tremendous bull run in general for the market?
Yeah, I mean, the continued bull run is pretty clear at this point. I mean, obviously, we're going to have areas of retracement, areas of stagnation in between, but I think the overall trajectory is pretty green. I'm sorry, I'm just reading an on-chain analytics tweet that just was put out by Blockworks saying that Justin, a Shiba owner that turned... Now, here's the thing. I think it's misleading, but they said they turned $8,000 into $5 billion, removed 2.9 billion worth of Shiba tokens from the original wallet just right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you make of this?
I think it's the OG holders getting out.
Wow.
Clearly. I mean,
wow. So, are you suggesting that maybe Sheep could be in trouble in the near future here?
It kind of is, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's in like danger of collapsing to zero or anything, but it could be in danger of a big retracement.
Yeah, a significant retracement to certainly take it off the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm taking this mustache off.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, Nick. It's fine. You're good, man.
The glue gives me a headache so bad too.
Oh, sniffing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheep is dumping. So let's check out the Sheep charting right now.
It's down about 5.3%.
Okay, I wouldn't classify it as a dump, but definitely a downturn. Right now I'm showing 6% for the day, down about 1.5% over the last hour. So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't say that's a dump, but it's definitely a downturn day for Sheep. We'll see how it shakes out going forward. But if what Nick is observing there has any merit to it, and I believe that it does, those of you who are holding a good amount of Sheep, just mind your investments. Don't be afraid to take profits accordingly. So here we go. Nope, not a Sheep hater, just a realist, my friend. We wouldn't be responsible hosts unless we discuss the risks transparently with our viewers. But overall, don't get me wrong, Sheep is up. I mean, when you look at the course of over the last month, it's up astronomically. It's had the strongest month it ever has. But the fact is, a very super large chunk of it is kind of been coordinated whale buys, and that's not, to be fair, that's not just distinct to Sheep. That happens in other.
I would like to mention this, Steven.
Go ahead.
I don't think a lot of people know this. Just recently, just this week, or maybe last week, the Shiba Doge trading pair was added to Binance. I don't think it's on any other platform at the moment. So if you're other trading platforms, you would have to sell Sheep, buy USDT or USD or whatever, and then transfer to Doge. I think that you could see some sort of mass exodus out of Sheep into Doge, or vice versa. Either way, it doesn't matter. But you could see a transition from one to the other very, very quickly through Binance.
Yeah, I think that's something people really need to start thinking about. I'm looking at my notes here because there was an article about that very thing. where there are already signs of clear signs of SHIB moving and reallocating over to Dogecoin now. I'm trying to find that article and the data behind it. Maybe it missed my final notes here, unfortunately. Wait. Okay, here it is. This comes from desert.com. Shiba Inu coin for Dogecoin. Why cryptocurrency investors are starting to leave SHIB. Shiba Inu coin and Dogecoin remain linked together in the search for a better investment. Dogecoin and Shiba Inu coin are hitting massive highs right now that show the cryptocurrency market is something to watch, blah, blah, blah. This week, Dogecoin hit its 2-month high. Meanwhile, Shiba Inu cryptocurrency on last Wednesday hit an all-time high, reaching 0.000594 per coin. Just 1 week ago, the opposite seemed to happen as Change Now, a cryptocurrency exchange platform, gave investors the chance to trade their Dogecoin for SHIB cryptocurrency coins. Investors flocked to Shiba Inu as there were rumors about a potential rise. However, investors told Coindesk.com that traders may have moved from Shiba Inu over to Dogecoin, and the idea would be using Shiba Inu investment for short-term gains, but then dip into Dogecoin for longer investment. Our recent polling data has indicated that this is true, as near 26% of Shiba Inu holders have cited as doing so in the last 2 weeks. Douglas Boneparth, how about that for last name? Mr. Boneparth, certified financial planner and president of Bonafide Wealth, told CNBC that potential investors need to research crypto. Yeah, before, just a general disclaimer thing. So what do you make of that, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. Anytime that a crypto, doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, Doge, any crypto, whenever they pump up that much in that brief of a period of time, look at what happened to Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Look at what happened. I mean, there's so many projects you can point out that quickly and drastically reach all-time highs and then just plummet down, because what goes up must come down, and the faster you go up, the faster you come down. So
yeah.
It's not, I don't own any Shiba Inu, but if you do, it's not financial advice, but it's just look after your, if you made money, look at making money.
Right.
Right. The owner of my gym today asked me, is it a good long-term hold? I'm like, I can't tell you a project that's only been around for a year is a good long-term hold. It just, I don't know. And if anybody tells you that they do know, they're lying to you because they don't know either. It could be around forever, or it could disappear tomorrow. We don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Rodrigo de Jesus coming in, $2 super chat. T King balls in it, and Altera. Yeah, Altera I've been pretty bullish on. That was one of my membership picks. Up again, 30% for the day. Chad Bagley coming in, $2 super chat. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate you. Price prediction for Solana end of year. I have a few. Could you care to take a stab at the end of year Solana?
I don't know enough about Solana to make that call. I have no idea.
I'm looking at it right now, and it is up about 13% now for the day. Keeps steadily going up, trading at almost 230 per coin. Look, I'm not a Solana expert either, but what I can tell you is I don't think the Ethereum gas fees are going to get under control within the next month. I think this is something that's probably not going to get under control for another 3 to 5 months, frankly. So that interim is going to be an astronomical window for both Solana and Avalanche to keep surging and keep going up. So what I can tell you is I see a high probability of both Solana and Avalanche to keep ascending over the next few months. So that much I can tell you. Look what happened to Squid Game coins yesterday. Yep, that was one of the notes that I had down here. I covered that on my show last night. I'm sure.
I couldn't find it.
Oh, really?
I tried look. Was it a BSC? I don't even know.
Yeah, it was a BSC, I believe. I thought I had notes on it. I think it was from my last. Yeah, it was from my last night's show. Oh, here it is. New York Times reported on it. A cryptocurrency inspired by Squid Game crashes. The industry has questions. No kidding. Millions of dollars vanished in a matter of minutes as investors piled into a new cryptocurrency inspired by Squid Game, the popular Netflix survival series, only to watch its value plunge to nearly zero in a few short hours. It happened way less than a few short hours. I mean, it happened when you look at replays of, there's a couple live streamers that were watching its ascension at the time and covering it, and it went, boom, it dropped to zero almost instantaneously in the charting. The cryptocurrency called Squid began trading early last week at a price of just 1 penny per token. The following days, it drew attention from a number of mainstream media outlets. By early Monday, it was trading $38 a token on a cryptocurrency exchange called PancakeSwap. What I tell you, the red light district, guys. Then Squid went on a roller coaster ride. 10 minutes later span on Monday, the token's value grew from $628 to $2,900, according to CoinMarketCap. More than 40,000 people still held the token after the crash. Oh man, a lot of people holding the bags on that, according to the BSC scan of blockchain. Blah blah blah. What's interesting about this project too is on its website it said that it had an anti-whale mechanisms, anti-crash mechanisms. Anytime you see these kind of terms used in a project, be very wary. There's no such thing. There's really no such thing. There's no such thing as ensuring.
It went up to $628.
Yeah, and ensuring just a constant trajectory of ascendance. There's no guarantees in that. And the website too is like called crypto, or no, it was like squidcrypto.cash. Don't you think that's so sketchy sounding? Like your website is .cash. It just sounds so sleazy. But I'm sure there's other Squid Game token projects out there still doing something.
The day that it happened, I couldn't find it. I just found it right now, but.
Oh, the listing, you mean?
Yeah, it wasn't on PooCoin, so I didn't know. I couldn't see it.
Oh, I didn't know it wasn't on PooCoin. But yeah, I mean, this is really no surprise, guys. If you're investing into something if you're investing in any sort of ERC20 or a BSC that just pops up out of nowhere based on like a cultural trend or a tweet, you can ape in on that. People do make short-term gains provided they sell off in time, but people also get wrecked a lot on those too. And there's a much higher possibility that you are messing with rug pull scenarios when you enter into those. I think most investors know this by now, but even at that, you see people like, oh, I saw some reference, some young kid, some 25-year-old kid put his life savings of $30,000 into the Squid Game token. Like,
oh my God.
Why would you do that? What is wrong with you? Like, that is so dumb. Like, never do that, guys. This is straight up casino money when you ape in on projects like this. And, you know, I like having fun too. I'm not against you guys doing that. Just understand the premise on which you're entering a project and invest accordingly to that premise that you're entering into that project.
Can you explain PancakeSwap to me? Because I've never even used it. I don't know how it works. You know how in like an exchange like Binance or Kraken or anything, I have, you know, let's say I have Dogecoin on there right now. I could set a sell price right now for $10, right?
Yeah.
And you could never, you know, Doge could never touch that. But those, you know, whatever, I'll put 1 million coins at $10. You know, one day if it hits $10, it'll just automatically fill. Is PancakeSwap like that? If you have tokens, can you set a sell price and it, you know, just let it do its thing?
can you set an auto sell price?
Yeah.
Through PancakeSwap. I
Or
believe
you just stuck at whatever it's at.
Yeah, I don't think there is a mechanism for that in there. That's why I keep such a close eye on it. Yeah, there's really not any mechanism for that in PancakeSwap.
It's basically just like, are you ready to sell right now? Okay, then we're going to give you whatever you're going to get. That's how it works?
Well, it shows you the direct live market values of your investments in real time anytime you open up your Trust wallet. Okay. Yeah, and you're seeing the USD value of every one of your investments in real time every time you open your Trust wallet of what you will get upon cashing out.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty user friendly once you get the hang of it in terms of its straightforwardness. But if buying can be really tricky because if you're on an iPhone, Apple changed its terms of service where you can't exchange directly through the iPhone. You have to log on to and sync your phone with the online site on a computer or laptop and then trade that way. So I have to do all my PancakeSwap trading through my computer. Can't do it on your iPhone. So that's, if you're on an iPhone, it's an extra hassle to purchase. Doge Extra coming in with a $20 super chat. Sorry I missed that earlier, my friend. A show about Doge X? It's coming. Well, I know there's an AMA with the Metaverse developer in the Discord group tomorrow. But yeah, I plan on having the Metaverse developer back on the show, kind of discuss the 2.0 plans going into the future with the Metaverse and future plans with DogeX. So yeah,
there's a few AMAs going on this week.
Oh yeah. There's another. Okay.
Right.
So thank you, DogeX. I appreciate that. Hope that answers your question, my friend. Appreciate the support. Yeah, are you alluding to the Jungle Freaks AMA?
Yeah. Are you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out and listen, see what they have to say. Yeah. So that's going to be on
Friday, I think.
Friday, 7:30 Eastern Standard. I think that's 6:30 our time, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing what they have to say and how that transpires. So yeah, obviously those who've been following it, Jungle Freaks had a pretty tremendous controversy / fallout over this past week due to the artists, some of the artists' works, very very controversial. Shocking.
I heard you and Sadaf talk about it for a brief moment last night before I went to bed.
Yeah, look, it's one of these things where if you look at these images, they're very shocking. They're very horrific. Also, Hustler, that was its whole thing. It was being pushed to put out things that were shocking and horrific. And Larry Flint was actually a very kind of liberal guy. And he actually got shot by a racial activist for putting interracial couples in the magazine. So, there's a lot. I know it's hard. It's kind of hard to navigate through. I don't think people are wrong for being absolutely disgusted by these images. I am too. But there's also a lot of context going on there and questions about, well, what were the intentions behind this artwork? Because hearing the official statement from the father and his son, the artist himself, he says, well, the intention was to I was asked to draw these very shocking cartoons as kind of a mirror onto the worst elements of American society going on at that time. And so that's in part what Hustler was, and the vision of Hustler was about at that time. So from that, people are going to make up their own judgments if that's a suffice enough
of
an explanation for them.
Impossible. All these, I saw a lot of. I don't. To be fair, you showed me Jungle Freaks like one time. I didn't know anything about that artist, and I didn't really look into it. And then I saw that come out, and I was like, I don't really know what is going on here. So I just briefly saw something on Twitter about it. But all that's shown on Twitter is the cartoon. What's not shown on Twitter is the page in Hustler that featured the cartoon. Like, what was the context of that cartoon? And I know people are going to, people are going to say, well, it's horrible either way that he drew something like that, but it isn't if the page in Hustler was like, this is what is the problem with America right now. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see what the whole page was. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think you raised a good question, though, and I don't know the answer to that. But many times in magazines, illustrations are made to go along with articles.
Yeah.
Most all the time. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, it'd be really messed up if those images were just on their own without any context around them in the magazine. But 9 times out of 10, almost always, cartoon imaging like that in magazines is they hire people to do those to go along with particular themes of articles that were written. And that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what those articles were.
Yeah. So, at the time, it's just one of those things where I think you get a lot of younger people here that aren't familiar with the history of Larry Flint. They aren't familiar with the history of Hustler. So if you aren't familiar with any of those things, these images are even going to be more, come off more radical and distasteful to you. You know what I mean? And I get that. But there is context here that's, I think, worth sifting through. And people are just going to have to make up their own minds from there. So we'll see how that. It'll be an interesting AMA on Friday. Chad Bagley coming in with a $5 super chat. You can use PancakeSwap with iPhone, but you got to do it through Safari. I didn't know that. Are you sure? I feel like I've tried that, Chad, but you know what? I'm going to default to your judgment on that one. But thank you for weighing in on that. Josh Randell disavows coming in with $10 super chat. I love it. Not gonna lie, Nick looks pretty with long hair. I'm sending myself to horny jail. Oh man, Josh Randell, jeez.
And I always wanted long hair too, but I can't do it.
Yeah. Donna Tabuki says, I bought Hustler for the articles. I can't honestly say, though, that I've picked up a Playboy or two in my day for the articles. I mean, they actually, Playboy particularly has had some. Now, everything.
I told you my aunt was their accountant for many years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I forgot that.
Yeah, my aunt was their accountant for forever. For those who don't know, Playboy was
it was based it's headquartered in Chicago for a long time.
It was based out of Chicago forever.
Wow, that is so cool.
She was the accountant that whole time. And I actually went to a kid's birthday party at like the Playboy Mansion. It was weird.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was super weird.
What do you remember? What do you recall from it, Nick?
I just remember playing in the pool, and it was just, it wasn't like what you would think. It was for a kid's birthday party, so it wasn't like there was like girls running around with their clothes off or anything. It was mostly kids and parents. Mm-hmm. It was just really cool, and like there was animals and stuff.
Ah, gotcha. Well, I hope it didn't have any Michael Jackson Neverland vibes.
No.
Okay.
If anything, it was like the opposite of that.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
But I didn't really like I don't even think we went in the house.
Yeah.
It was like an outdoor. It was like all outdoors.
That's amazing. So did you see any young ladies that flipped your switch at the time?
No, but at that very same time, I was This is getting weird. I was in 7th grade. I was going to school in Beverly Hills, and I had a teacher that was like actively trying to bang me, who at the time was dating Will Ferrell.
Okay, how old were you then?
12.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, dude, and she was smoking hot too. I've always wanted to know like what happened to her life.
Oh my God. And she was putting the make on you for sure?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She would like
And she was dating Will Ferrell?
Yes.
What a
Yeah,
weird
dude.
world, man.
It
Wow.
was so crazy. She was super duper hot, and she was like in class. She would like put like it was English class, and she'd put all our chairs in a circle, and she would like put her desk next to mine, and like caress my leg for like the whole
No.
class. It was
No.
crazy. It was crazy,
Nick!
dude. Yeah, it was awesome. I was the only issue was it was right before, because I was still living out in California. It was right before I moved back. I hit like puberty when I came back, so it was like I you know, like I
12's the confusing age.
yeah, I was just kind of like you know, getting into girls and stuff. I had a girlfriend at the time, actually. Funny story.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was older, but
How much older, Nick?
she was going into high school.
Okay.
She was,
Okay.
yeah, so she was like, 14 or whatever.
Okay. Okay. That's wild and interesting and creepy at the same time. I mean,
It was pretty cool. She threw me a party too when I left, because I was
Oh my
leaving.
God.
I left 7th grade mid-year, and she threw me this going away party. It was awesome. She got all my favorite like candy and stuff. It was great.
she got you candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, Nick. What is with hot teachers having a thing for the grade school boys? This is like a phenomenon. This is a thing. Have you
Yeah.
noticed this?
I thought about it the other night. Like, what if I would have ended up like that guy? Or that, I can't remember her name.
I mean, I think it's a good thing things turned out the way they did, Nick, and that you didn't actually, get involved in extracurricular activities at that age. That something like that happened to me after I got kicked out of private school and went into public school. But that was when I was in high school with my algebra teacher, and still obviously not legal, but not as I don't think as an unethical of a scenario as 12 years of age between a 12-year-old and a 16-year-old that I was. But that's so. Anyway,
Oh, yeah. This lady was well in her 30s.
this is so messed up, man. It's so messed up. Oh, it's so messed up. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what if she married Will Ferrell.
She didn't, but I always think to myself, like, Will Ferrell and I at one point shared a love. It was pretty cool.
Wait, it just occurred to me that I think that I think Donna Tabuki's children are still listening to the show. So
Oh, jeez.
let's move on.
No,
Jason.
they're not. They're old. They're old.
Oh, they're older.
Yeah. I know them.
Oh, you know them.
I mean,
Okay.
They're not old, but they're like my age. They're
Old.
in
Okay,
their 30s.
yeah. They're young adults.
Yeah.
Okay, I was picturing for a moment, like, oh my God, is there like an 8 and a 10-year-old on the other end watching us right now? Okay, I feel a lot better now. Jason Elfman coming in with $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Don's like, yep, no, they're older. Now I feel kind of silly because I think when I was addressing them before, I was dressing them as if they were like kids. Like, oh, really nice names, kids. Good, really nice names. Anyway, okay, thank you for clearing that up. I feel a lot better now. Jason Upman says, I had a teacher that would put her boobs on my shoulder when talking to me. Yeah, that's what my algebra teacher would do. She'd always lean in and push it into me, and then she'd always say things to me because I was terrible at math. Math has always been my weakest point, and she'd always say things to me like, Steven, I really think that you should do more after class work with me, and then I'd take her up on that sometimes, and then she'd be even more flirtatious, and I just wouldn't know what to do with it, And then upon leaving, she'd always say something to me on our one-on-one sessions. She'd always say something to me like, and also, Steven, just keep in mind, there's anything else I can do for you. Just don't hesitate. And I was like, oh my God. I thought this only happened in the movies. I thought this only happened in like Dear Penthouse forums, But there you have it. But yours is a wilder story than mine, Nick, for sure.
That was a weird time.
Yeah.
And I actually came back. So I came back to Illinois, and not at because I was in middle school. I went to another middle school when I came back, and then another middle school after that. But then when I finally got into high school, my first year, I was a freshman in high school, and the librarian got caught having, hooking up with like 15 different kids at my high school, and it was all over it was all over the news, and the principal like had to step down, and she was, bro, I don't know what these kids were thinking. This lady looked like the crypt. She looked like you right now. She looked like
seriously.
Yeah, she looked like the crypt keeper.
Oh my god!
I was like, why are these guys like? I mean, I guess in high school you just will go after anything, but at least the lady who was hitting on me was like super duper high. I mean, she was dating Will Ferrell. She was like a 10.
Yeah.
This high school librarian looked like,
she looked like Conan the Librarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that happened in your school?
Yeah, happened at my high school. My first year.
Oh my gosh. There was a big scandal in the public school I ended up graduating from and it happened right when I got transferred there, where there was this big this big bust between and I grew up in a small town, between like the local strip club there and all the cops, cops were getting with the strippers, and then they wouldn't enforce any of the laws at the strip club, where they just let it be full nude, and then like a lot of crazy stuff I'm not going to go into would be happening there. And then also several of the dancers were seniors at that high school, and then another police department did a sting on my hometown's police department on all this nefarious partying activity with the police officers, and it kind of took the whole thing down. And I think a few of those gals that were dancers were 17 as well. And I remember all that transpiring and I remember the girls that their names got around too, who were involved in that. I remember walking around. I remember them walking around in the halls and like, oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, at least Kenny. Yes, that's true. could have been worse for us. So I don't know. Do you have anything else to add to this one, Tiger King?
I have like the craziest headache from that mustache glue. I'm so.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some dinner, but this was a lot of fun. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe now. Subscribe pronto. If you haven't become a member, become a member. We do tons of members-only live streams, tons of members-only content, and it's only $4 a month, starting $4 a month. It's $1 a week. You just join by hitting the join button at the bottom of the video there. Okay, I guess that's it. We'll put a cap on that. This is Crypto Batman and the one and only Joe Exotic Tiger King signing off. Over and out, everyone.
masterpiece, but